biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion New England Patriots and the champions of the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Around the globe, wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday. Great to share with you one more time, Greg. What a 2025 season, all the twists, all the turns, and it all culminates tonight here in Santa Clara.
And I think this is a matchup, Mike, that I don't know how many people thought just even a couple of weeks ago, but you look at the rosters, both sides of the ball, very well balanced, very well coached. So I think the biggest thing each team told us all week was, let's just handle the emotions of the pregame. Let's handle all of the lead-up, because once that ball's kicked off, let's just rely on what's gotten us here, and I think we're in for a treat.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. That one on target to Cup. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Third and 2. Here we go. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Looked like like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
So it's fourth down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. That's Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Second down, they need 7. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Weak Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker, and he'll get this up to the 44. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a great example, Mike, of playing zone defense at a high level. They're trying to threaten him. They're trying to put 2 guys in his zone and see which guy he's going to choose. In this case, they try to out-leverage him into the flat. He's not having it. He brings him down for no gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Here's Michael Dixon now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They had a disappointing quick 3-and-out on that opening drive, so they'll try it again here in a scoreless game with 1st and 10. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson.
Henderson, the ball carrier.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They start with outstanding field position, trying to get the first points of this game. It'll be 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
They'll go play action with Darnold. Pass is completed to Cup. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Got a man at corner, the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Darnold to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And their 2 drives so far not good. Punt, lost fumble. Trying to make amends here on drive number 3. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand?
Still 1st down.
Tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
May to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Shaheed in motion. To throw on 1st down is Garner. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the 1st quarter of play. After a spirited 1st quarter here in Super Bowl 60, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. They run with Walker. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Huff brings it in left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes.
He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, ball's on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. In the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he will have the Seahawks first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0.
14. Patriots, nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. play action. Here's May. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbound.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll go underneath to Henderson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Patriots first down.
Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's May. He'll get this out to Henderson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
May now on 1st and 10. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
To throw on first down is May. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
Complete to Henderson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. It's the tight end Henry in motion. 3rd and short. And here is May. That is caught by the tight end, Hunter Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Pats are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Patriots 7.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this, and they go back and get a score of their own.
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 21-7 lead.
Patriots 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That one's knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. May going to look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
May to the air once more. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get point, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. May to throw again. Quickly to the outside and complete. To the pylon, he's in. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Patriots draw closer here. It's 21-14.
21. Patriots 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now it's 2nd and 1. In motion is Barner. So, 2 quarters down here in Santa Clara, the Super Bowl 60 halftime. Straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one, likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Two quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Douglas in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is May. Pass completed to Douglas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Patriots ready for the punt.
Formation for the Patriots.
Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense, and if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Room to run at the 35. And he'll be taken down. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
Once again, it's Walker. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. Marked down at the 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he's in! Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us They're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Now the point after try from Myers. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. One complete, and good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg. Here's May. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, New England.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. It's the tight end Henry in motion. On 2nd down, it's May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Gets it away quickly, and it's crossed. And he's into the end zone. Kayshon Boutte, touchdown New England. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good. And the Pats are back to within 7. It's 28-21. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To start the drive, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man, is Shaheed. That's complete. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Walker. Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, here's Darnold. A wide-open receiver downfield. This one is caught, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Eric Sauber, touchdown everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Patriots 21.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's May. Short pass caught by Henry, the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. That one incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw now, May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's May again. There's a short one to Hooper. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throw again is May. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, New England.
It's a gain of 11. And the Patriots first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
made to the air once more. There's that man again, another catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd and 1.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That one taken in by Douglas. And he will score! Game on! Hunt Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
The score is Seahawks 35, Patriots 29.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play when they needed it most. 31 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
To throw on 1st down is May. Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the
So the hope
pickup.
is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they go back to Henderson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll look to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes remain in Super Bowl 60. We're back to see this one wrap up. After this, gonna need a big play now. 3rd down and long. They'll drop to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. Darnold now to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Second and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He takes off. New England going to take their second timeout. Talk things over before third down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
May to throw on second down. Over the middle, he hits his tight end, Hooper. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
First down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
To the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. May to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Kayshon Boutte was the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, it's May. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
4th down and goal.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here it is. 4th down and goal. They're going. It's May. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
Hugs on that sideline. One final kneel down, and that will put the bow on this championship season. And that'll do it. For the first time in more than a decade, the Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Wow, you talk about a compelling Super Bowl. That's as good as we could ask for, Greg. A struggle tight till the end, but ultimately, one team had a little bit more, and they are now the champions.
And as in the case in so many Super Bowls, Mike, your entire franchise, and for a lot of these players, their legacies are altered by a play here, a play there. This could have been a totally different outcome, but let's give credit to the champs. They made the plays when they needed, and that's NFL ball, and I'll tell you what, they're going to enjoy this celebration.
So that'll do it for another sensational season of the NFL on EA Sports.